Hello, and welcome to this presentation on Draeger Herbal Remedies' plan to expand into Poland. In this slidecast, I'll be discussing key aspects of Polish culture that are important for establishing successful business relationships. By understanding these cultural factors, Draeger Herbal Remedies can enter the Polish market with cultural awareness and build stronger partnerships that create lasting trust with customers. Some basic information about Poland. However, the most important is that the demographics of Poland are over 97% Polish, and Polish is the official language and is spoken by nearly the entire population. Polish culture places strong value on family, friends, and community bonds more than pure individualism, making them a collectivist society. However, individual achievement is still respected. Poland is a moderately high context culture. People often rely on shared history, implicit understanding, and nonverbal cues, especially in personal relationships. Eye contact is important and conveys attentiveness and sincerity. To convey effectively with Polish individuals, it's essential to be aware of these nonverbal cues. Observing gestures and expressions will help avoid misinterpretation. Poland is a high context communication society. Polish people often enjoy sharing stories and historical anecdotes, reflecting their rich cultural heritage. Family gatherings are generally centered around food and recounting humorous or nostalgic stories. These stories would be used to share lessons or preserve history. When speaking with Polish people, it is incredibly important to remember that sharing stories or listening to theirs is considered very important and can be an incredibly useful tool for building more understanding. Polish reckoning of time. Poles value punctuality, and punctuality is seen as a sign of respect and reliability. It is considered rude to not be on time, and deadlines are expected to be met. Additionally, Polish culture places significant value on the past, especially honoring history and struggles. Historical events like the partition, the Solidarity movement, and World War II are intertwined with the Polish identity. Almost every Polish person was affected by or has stories and memories about these times. This shows that Polish people see the struggles of their country as an integral part of their culture. Work and achievement. Work is respected, but personal life and cultural engagement are also highly valued. The country has a long history of producing poets, composers, and scientists, and these achievements are a source of pride. Pictured are we have Frederick Chopin, a famous composer, Nicholas Copernicus, a famous scientist, and Marie Curie, who is a famous chemist, all Polish. Work-life balance is becoming more important, especially among the younger generations. Attitude towards age, as well as power distance. Age is respected, particularly elders in families and in professional hierarchies. Older individuals are often consulted for advice and decision making. Poles often use formal titles, pan for Mr. or pani for Miss, as a sign of respect. Respect for authority is also deeply ingrained in Polish culture. In cultures with high power distance, like Poland, hierarchy and respect for authority are strongly valued. For example, students are expected to stand when a teacher enters the room as a gesture of respect. Additionally, Polish people use formal titles and surnames when addressing superiors and elders to express deference in interactions with authority figures. Environmental awareness in Poland is growing, but historically, Poland has prioritized industry and economic growth over environmental concerns, with an incredibly strong mining economy. Recycling and sustainability are beginning to be increasingly common, especially among younger generations. Pictured is one of Poland's claim to fame in mining. This is the Wieliczka salt mine in Kraków. Poland is much less culturally diverse than other Western countries, with 96.7% of its residents being ethnic Poles. Gender roles are also found to be traditional, though urban areas and younger generations show more openness to equality and diversity. The biggest thing that people will find is different from the US is social attitudes towards LGBTQ communities are much more conservative, with there being the existence of LGBT-free zones, pictured here, a sign marking an LGBT-free zone. Gift giving in Poland is formal and generally expected. Common occasions include birthdays, name days, which is a pseudo second birthday, and housewarming parties. If invited to a Polish person's home, always bring a gift for a host, but not a gift that is too expensive, as it may embarrass the host. In Poland, drinking is the norm, especially social drinking, vodka and beer. It is culturally accepted and often tied to socializing and celebrations. Toasting is common and required as part of formal etiquette during dinners or gatherings. Generally, the toast will be mentioned with na zdrowie, which means to your health. Overdrinking is discouraged in professional or formal settings, but moderate drinking is an important social ritual. Pictured are some of the most famous Polish vodkas and beers. My personal favorite is Żywiec or Sobieski. Now, in conclusion, it is important to remember to use formal titles and surnames when addressing Polish superiors or elders to express deference in interactions with authority figures. Avoiding overly casual language in professional and formal settings would also be recommended. Because communication in Poland includes many nonverbal cues, it is important to pay attention to tone, body language, and context. When storytelling is involved, listen actively and look for underlying messages or morals. Thank you very much.